Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to today's session where we are here to discuss how you can be able to transition to UN jobs, even if you're a beginner, you don't have experience in that field. And we are going to go deep and see what do you need to do to get started. This is where you get started. In this session, we are going to cover the following: how you can be able to transition to UN jobs. Yeah, even if you're a beginner. And before even I get to today's presentation, I just want to take a minute to confirm that you can see me, you can hear me. If so, let me know in the chat. Are you ready for the session? If you can see me, you can hear me, let me know in the chat. I know just before I began, I had some issues with my network connection, so I'll take maybe to go. And that's the question. Are you ready? Are you ready? I can be able to pick it up very quickly, then we can be able to proceed with the session, right? And as you give me your feedback, I want to say this. Sometimes when you are in a dark place, you think that you have been buried, but you have actually been planted. Christine Kane, an activist. And I like this specific quote because this is where most of us find ourselves, especially in this job search business, and specifically when we want to transition into the UN, NGO, international organizations. It can really be hard. It can really be tough. You can feel like you have applied for so many jobs and you're not getting, but it is the right ground for you to actually to grow. You have been planted. Are we good? So I want to check. Please give me a thumbs up or some at least comment to confirm that we are okay. You can hear me, you can see me, so that it becomes easy for me to proceed. Let me just do even my own sound check here. Are we together? Are we good? Can you see the presentation? Is there any lagging from your end? I would want to know. Just checking. So the good thing is the moment you just drop that in the comment, I'll be able to pick it. We are hanging. I'm not so sure if everybody can see me and hear me. Someone confirmed that they can hear me. Oh, thank you. And Moigai. Yeah. Thank you for the confirmation. I have been blessed that I have been in this space of recruitment and career advisor or as a career coach for the last 13 years. In addition to that, I am a certified Google digital marketer by Google, among very many other groups. I'm a very proud member of the League of Young Professionals. And yes, I can see. Oh, sorry. Yeah, that was Anne saying that they can hear me, which is good. And also, if you can confirm you can hear me, it is good. I'm the author of several books. The first one is Conquer the Year Ahead. Make the next 12 months your best year ever. I've also done another book called The Ultimate Cover Letter Career Transition if you're thinking about changing your career. Here at Career Point Solution, our mission is to make you and make people more employable and increase your earning potential. And definitely, by the end of this session, I can assure you that you will have increased your employability. You will know what you need to do, especially when it comes to UN jobs. And you will have also increased your earning potential. Of course, getting a job with the UN NGO means you are able to make more money. What are the steps that you need to follow? Are we good? Are we okay? Let me just confirm that everything is. Oh, good. I think I can confirm. So, what are the steps? I'm going to share with you 5 steps that you're going to follow, and they are very important for you to understand. The first step I would want you to understand is to understand how the UN operates. Once you are clear on how they operate, it becomes now easy to know how do you align yourself with the opportunities that they have. Just like any other business, they have all these different departments. They have accounting, they have management, public relation, business development, fundraising, marketing, human relation, product development, logistic, legal, and more. And just by that, that is good news that whichever it is good job, business. Next, then is to take time and understand the UN by itself. And here, I'm going just to go take a deep dive into their career portal. And there are some things that you will see that are important for you to know. Like the first thing would be they have different categories for different careers, or they call career options. So let me switch my screen here and take you to the UN portal itself, yeah? So we can explore this together. So if you go to UN, if you go to careers.un.org, this is their website, and it talks everything to do about working at the UN, all you need to do. So just to have an understanding of how it is to work with the UN, I'll come here to career options. Under career options, you can see here they talk about career options and staff category. There are different categories of staff in the UN. The first one is professional and higher category, and they come in section. You will see P and D. I don't know how clear it is from where you are. So let me just try and zoom in a little bit. Hopefully you'll get a much better. Yes, so you can see these are the main categories that they have. Professional and higher, which is P and D. There's general service and related category. So you will see in the PIA and LT, National Professionals Officer, NO. Then we have Field Service, FS, and Senior Appointment. And this will be the groups. Why is that important? Because when you find a job opportunity, you would know, is this what I want to go for or not? Because, for example, this professional and higher category, just with the UN. You can see here they say staff members in the professional and higher category, that is PND, are normally internationally recruited and are expected to serve at different duty stations throughout their careers with the organization. Openings for professional jobs can be found United Nations Secretariat. And you can read a little bit more about that. You can see, yes, they have this part for the young professionals program, and there's something here I wanted to focus on. Yeah, this is what I want. At least now we can take a few more minutes to understand. You can see the entry level professional is someone with a minimum of at least 2 Oh, good. Finally. Ladies and gentlemen, I think a bit of some challenges on my end here, trying to get everything up and running. Can you see me now? Are we good? Okay, good, good, good. Thank you very much for the feedback. I can see you saying yes, sir. Good. If you can hear me, let's proceed. Yeah. Uh-huh. So this is what I am talking about. No, I don't even what it's. Just a minute. Oh, thank you. You can see the screen. Okay, we are back. So I was saying, if this is a very important bit for you to understand about the UN careers and professionals, especially under the professional and higher category. Entry level, this would be any job that is marked as P2. And here they want someone with the minimum of 2 years of experience. No experience is required if you are applying to join the Young Professionals program. So that would be the entry level. Then the next category would be P3, and this would be for someone who has a minimum of 5 years of experience. Then they have their mid-level professional which would be P4 and P5. So you find at minimum 7 years of the senior level one Ladies and gentlemen, the network has decided to misbehave. And so I don't think I'm in a position to proceed with this. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm really sorry. I think the internet is quite unstable on my side. And should we continue? Should we stop? Are you back? If you can see me, you can hear me, everything is okay. Hopefully now the network will be stable. Let me know in the chat. If you have any question, please let me know. I'm a bit also not sure if the transmission, yeah. Sorry about that. I can see someone saying very bad internet connection, nothing clear sound, or should I redo it again? I'm not so sure, yeah. Those who are here, I apologize for that, yeah. Your network is not stable, sir. Yeah. Are we now back? Can I get some feedback if you're good to go? And in the meantime, maybe you can drop in any question that you might have. If the network continues misbehaving, I think we'll need to call it a day and postpone it maybe for a later day, or redo it even if it is tomorrow or something. At least we can have a recording and have it up and running. Yes, I can see your screen. Oh, I think this is a little bit older question. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, your feedback is highly appreciated. I would want to know, how would you want us? Do we proceed? We are good to go. If we were to start, where do we start? It is good now, yeah? We are good now. I'm happy to hear that. I'm happy to hear that. Maybe get two more people giving me their feedback, and then we can be able to proceed. That will be much, much, much better. So I think what I was trying to share here is the different UN jobs and different categories. And so when you are applying for a job, you can decide to check what seem to be, at what level are you in, and then which job you need to apply. So you can continue scrolling in and you can see the different parts. Maybe something else I can be able to highlight would be Young Professionals Program. Like here, you will see the the UN Young Professionals Program is a recruitment initiative for talented and highly qualified professionals to start a career as an international civil servant with the UN Secretariat. It consists of an entrance examination process and professional development once those who are successful start their career. So you can decide, maybe I don't have any experience. Can I try out to go with the UN Young Professionals Program? There's also a different program here, which is called the Junior Professional Officer Program. If you are skilled graduate with energy, enthusiasm, and an eagerness to develop your skills and knowledge of the multilateral system, the United Nations Junior Professional Officer, that is JPO program, formerly known as Associate Expert Program, welcomes your application. So you can see, is that what best fits me? Then we have the other fields, and you can be able to scroll in and see. I just want to take a bit of some information, maybe time to talk about the internship program, because at the UN, an internship at the UN would be an ideal start if you are considering a career in the organization. It will give you the exposure of high profile conferences, political decision making, or work on the ground, as well as the opportunity to contribute to the projects and mandates of the United Nations. You can apply for an internship all around the world if that is what, and then there's the process. You can see anyone who can apply, anyone with the final year of the undergraduate bachelor's degree, enrolled in a program, graduate program, even master's or PhD, You can also have someone who maybe recently graduated. You can still be able to apply. So that would be another thing. Most people ask me about the volunteering bit. Yes, the UN, they do have a volunteering program known as the UNV. If you are inspired to take concrete action for global peace and development, take a look at the UN volunteers program, and you can see every year up to 10,000 people qualify to go through this, and they fully, sometimes they do rely a lot on volunteers to be able to get that. And there's a whole website with the process on how you can be able to apply and all that. So I guess what I want to really emphasize on is for you to understand the different UN job categories and decide if that is something that would work for you or not. Is that okay? Moving on. Then I would want to go back to my presentation here. So I come back to what I was saying. So take time, visit the UN career portal, understand what they do, how you can are aligned to their programs, and how you can be able to join them. And all these are other programs, professional language professionals. You can go for national professional officer and all this. Take time, read through, and understand how they work. Step number 2 would be for you to ask yourself, what do you want? Yeah. And here you just need to find out, what do you want to achieve? There is what they do, understanding how they operate, but now you're coming back and doing some self-introspection and ask yourself, what do I want? What do I want to achieve at the end of my career? What do I want to be known for? That would be a good question. What are you passionate about? What are some of the things that really moves you? What really excites you when you work on it? What kind of impact would you want to see in the world, in the society, the community? What would you like to spend your life doing? These are good questions just to do some bit of introspection, because if you're able to end up doing something that you're passionate about and you are paid well for, it is a very, very good combination. Then take time to understand what motivates you and what will give you job satisfaction. It is so saddening because a bigger majority of people who are working, they don't like the jobs, but because it pays the bill, they go to that work. But finding what really motivates you and will give you job satisfaction as you search for this job, it might be a good paying job, but again, you are miserable, you are not enjoying it, it's not something that is giving you job satisfaction. I think that is also an important thing to be able to consider. Do you want to work with children? UNICEF deals with that. Do you want to work with refugees? You want to education, environment, girls and women, vulnerable groups? All these, UN has different agencies that serve these things. Step number 3 would you to find out what you have versus what is needed. Now that you have understood how they work, now that you have understood that this is the kind of skills they need, what do you have in terms of your skills? And then ask yourself what is needed. And this is when you do some self-assessment in terms of skills assessment. What hard skills do you have and soft skills? And what is it that they are looking out for? What are your strengths and weaknesses? It is important for you to really align that. But then also looking at your experience, both formal and informal experience. Unfortunately, we do put a lot of emphasis, or we only think about our experience in terms of the formal experience, where you are employed, you are working, and you are paid for it. But even if you're not employed, you do have certain experiences. Either you have volunteered, or you have been doing business, or you have been doing something else. Yeah, that can still be transferable experience. That is something that you need to think about. So what is needed? Go through a job description, look at the key skills, the competencies, the qualification, and the experience. And I was to look at a specific job here. You can see this administrative assistant, G5. look at that. Then the next thing is thinking about how do you communicate your value, because nobody is going to hire you just because you are good on paper, just because you did a degree, just because you have a diploma, just because you have some experience. Yes, that is important, but it is the value that you're communicating to the potential employer that will really make the difference. And you do communicate this using a professional CV, using your cover letter when you're applying for the job, using your LinkedIn profile. People are viewing your profile and they're trying to get and see what you're able to do, and also how you conduct yourself during an interview. So you find that these are the main tools that you'll be using to communicate your value. And we do have a service that we offer. First, we offer free CV review. If you are interested, you can send your CV for a free review. Just head over to careerpoint.co.ke/CV review. Once you submit your CV for review, we can tell you what needs to be changed, but you can then come and pick any of our professional CV writing packages, which would range between basic package, you get the CV and professional CV and sample cover letter, which will cost roughly between Kenya shillings 1,000 to 3,000. Or you can go to the advanced, whereby you can see here you get the CV, sample cover letter, LinkedIn profile guide, and interview coaching, which would range between 3,000 to 6,000 based on how much work we need to do. But we can inform you once we do the review. The other thing I also want to say is that the next step is to get the most valuable skill. And you need to ask yourself, what is the one thing that you would really need for you to go to the next level in your career? And I'll tell you this. We do offer professional certifications, and these are the key skills that are needed in the workplace, especially with UN and NGOs. Get a professional project management certification, get project monitoring and evaluation certification, get strategic management and leadership certification, or fundraising and resource mobilization. And for those of you who are in my email list, you know we are currently running an offer that is ending tomorrow, whereby you can sign up for the project monitoring and evaluation course and get another course absolutely free. So it's your opportunity to be able to take up that. How will someone secure for him a UN job when he or she has just completed his secondary education after having vast experience in the community? That's a very good question. However, if you really need the employment, then I would say you will need to get at least a certification or a professional course beyond your O levels. I know other roles, they will say, yes, we want a high school graduate or diploma, but then there's a additional certification that would be of value. And this would be a good place probably for you to start. So the cost normally goes for 24,999. You can pay 3 monthly installments of 9,999. If you want to take the action right now, the till number is 715732. You get the professional certification. We also throw in as a bonus your professional CV writing, sample cover letters, LinkedIn profile guide, and interview coaching. If you're watching us internationally, you can also pay through your card. The cost will be $249 US, and you can pay in 3 monthly installments of $99. These are just some of the testimonials to show you the value that you can be able to get out of this. So the beginning of this year, there's this lady, Joan Cherutich, who said, hello, Daniel. I did a project management and project monitoring evaluation course back in 2021. She was asking for her certificate. I told her, Joan, find attached your certificate. And then she sent me an email saying, hello, I can't thank you enough for your prompt reply. You saved the interview. I am very glad to let you know that I got the job as the finance and administrative assistant. I will be reporting on 16 January. This is this year as we began, as much as they did this course back in 2021. So you can see the value. Get the experience. How do you get the experience? You can do volunteering, by far the most common method of gaining sustained, suitable experience for work in the NGOs is simply by volunteering for one. This is where I started volunteering and I got a lot of experience. NGOs are always looking for volunteers, eager to learn and who are committed to their work. If that is you, get started. Check out UN Volunteers website. Get to know the knowledge. What are the opportunities that are there, and start up. We do offer more information on our WhatsApp group. By the way, you can be able to join. Just text me if you're interested. And then I have a special offer for you. I want someone to take up these courses. Just make the first deposit of 9,999, and you can be able to get started with these great courses that we are offering. Is that okay? I think that has, for now, I'll say this has been my time. Despite the challenges with the network, you can be able to start on any of these courses. Feel free to get in touch with me. Drop me an email or call me. If you're on WhatsApp, just text me and I'll be able to get back to you and we can be able to proceed. Otherwise, I really appreciate you hanging in there despite the network challenges that we have been having. Yeah, I want us, if you have any question, feel free also to drop them here, but you can also send me an email if you're watching the replay, and then we'll get in touch. Otherwise, I really appreciate. I'm out.